Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today's video is going to be a tag video. I haven't done one of these in ages. I think the last one I did was a year ago maybe. I will link my previous tag video in the description box. I'm gonna have to go through my videos to find out what tag it was because it's been so long I can't remember. If you would like to do this tag, I will leave the questions in the description box. Just leave me a comment letting me know that you've done it so I can check your video out. Have you ever shot a gun? Yeah, I shot a shotgun. It was at one of my work's Christmas parties and they took us out to this place called Boom Rock in Wellington, and they have like clay shooting there, and so we did that and it was actually pretty fun. Gone on a blind date. No, I haven't. Skipped school. Yes, I skipped school a couple of times. It was actually really good for the most part. Watched someone pass away. I've seen two people pass away. The last person I saw pass away was my granddad, and before that it was my grandma, and everyone was at the hospital both times. Visited another country. Yeah, I went to Tonga when I was 5, and then in 2014 Philip and I went to Canada, and while we were in Canada we were in Toronto and I loved it. I am hoping that this year we'll be able to travel because Philip's parents are in the Caribbean and it will be great to go and see them, but I'm also hoping on this trip that we will also be able to travel through Canada again. Seeing the Grand Canyon in person? No, I have not. Flown in a helicopter. Yeah, at the work party where I got to shoot a gun, we also got to go in a helicopter and it was really cool. It kind of terrified me a bit because I'm afraid of heights, but it's something that I would like to do again. Served on a jury. I've been called for jury service twice. The first time I was called for jury service, I sat on the jury, and the second time I didn't go because I had just started a new job, and so they had written in saying that I wouldn't be able to sit because I needed to start training. Been lost. I'm really bad with directions, but there was also one time that I got lost when it wasn't my fault at all. So I'd gone to the train station and I was going to catch the train to go to my dad's place, and I heard the PA system saying what platform that train was leaving from. So I listened to the voice and I got on that train, and it turned out that that train was going in completely the wrong direction, so I had to catch a train back into Wellington and then get another train to where I was supposed to be going. A waste of money. Swam in the ocean. Plenty of times. Coloured with crayons. Yeah. Cried yourself to sleep. I don't think I've ever cried myself to sleep. Not that I know of anyway, and if I have, I've probably blanked it out. Sang karaoke. Yep, a few times. Sang a solo or a duet. Yeah, the last time I sang was in December, maybe, and it was at the bar that we frequently have an open mic night, and this lady was like, you should sing because you've probably got a good singing voice. I've got a sixth sense about stuff like this, and I'm pretty sure that I can't sing to save myself, but I got up and sang with my mate Albie, who can sing. But yeah, I don't know. Apparently I was alright, but yeah. Paid for a meal in coins only. Hell no, who does that? No, wait. Does going to Macca's when they would have like 99-cent burgers and getting one of those and maybe a drink with like a $2 coin count. Made prank phone calls. My sister Fiona and I, and I'm not sure if she remembers this, when we were kids would go through the phone book, find people's numbers, ring them, and if we would get the answer machine, we would say that we were from the local radio station and leave a message saying that they had won tickets to see whoever in concert. It's not as if they wouldn't have known that was a prank phone call, because I mean 8-year-olds and 12-year-olds calling you, so you know. And my brother Philip and I once pranked the neighbours, but I'm pretty sure they knew it was us and they just hung up. So yeah, those are the extent of my prank phone calls. Laughed until some beverage came out of your nose. No, I've like choked on a drink when I've laughed, but nothing has sprayed out of my nose. Caught a snowflake on your tongue. No, I have never been in snow when it has been snowing. Had children. Nope. Had a pet. Yep. Been fishing. Yep. We used to go fishing a bit when I was a kid. Been boating. Yep. When I was younger and I came up to Auckland to spend time with my stepdad's family, we went on a boat once and it was fun. Been in a tent. Yes. Yeah, I went camping with the youth group that I was part of and we spent the night in a tent. Rode a motorcycle. I've ridden on the back of a motorcycle and I've done that once. It was pretty fun. Been bungee jumping. I haven't done the jumping bungee, but I've been in those vertical bungee things where you get strapped into this seat that's kind of in this middle circle thing and then you just get flung into the air. I've done that a couple of times. Gone to a drive-in movie. No. Done something that could have killed you. Probably. I've had a couple of, well actually no, one time that I nearly drowned. I was little and I followed my cousin into the big kids pool, and what I didn't know was that there was a ramp that started off shallow and as you walked down it got deeper, and what I did was I just jumped straight in. Luckily my stepdad had followed me and then just kind of yanked me out. Done something that you will regret for the rest of your life. I don't think so. I don't live life with the no regrets mantra because I think sometimes you should regret things you do, but I don't think that there is anything that I've done that I will always regret, if you know what I mean. Rode an elephant. No. Rode a camel. Unfortunately no. When we were in Toronto we went to the zoo and they had camel rides and you just lined up and got on a camel. They had like a 100 kg limit and I wanted to do it but I didn't, and I kind of wish I did now. Eaten cake, ice cream or biscuits for dinner. Not that I know of. Probably. Nah, maybe I've had ice cream for dinner before. Been on TV. Yep, I was on the news once a while ago, a couple of years ago actually. Stolen any traffic signs. Yeah, actually the youth group that I was in, we once stole some road cones and planted them around other people who we went to church with cars. Been in any car accidents. A couple, they weren't anything major. One of them I was in, the car was written off. I was with a friend at the time and we were parked up at the gas station and this person just kind of sped around the forecourt and smashed into the side of her car and just completely wrecked her door. Been in the hospital in the past 2 years. The last time I was in the hospital where I had to stay there was in 2014, and that was when I had surgery for endometriosis. But the last time I went to the hospital was last year, and that was when I had my once every 5-year cardiologist check out how my murmur and my leaky valve was going, and it turns out that's fine and I don't have to go back. Donated blood. No, I haven't. Gotten a speeding ticket / any kind of ticket in the past year. Nope. I don't drive, so I have never been given a speeding ticket or any kind of ticket involving a vehicle, ever. Gotten a piercing. Yep. Gotten a tattoo. Yes, I have one tattoo and it is on my forearm, and I'm not sure if I can show you guys, or maybe I can. It says love is the movement, and it is there to remind myself when I'm down or depressed that I need to be more loving and gentle towards myself, because I feel that when I'm in that kind of headspace, that's when I'm the least loving and caring and understanding towards myself. Like if anything goes wrong, then it's obviously a reflection of me as a person and not just because things go wrong sometimes, and then you feel even more shit about how things are going. So yeah, it's there to remind myself to not fall into those thought patterns and to just be caring and understanding when I'm feeling like crap. Taking drugs. Technically, caffeine is a drug, so all the time. Driven a manual car. Yeah, actually, once. My dad was trying to teach me how to drive, and he took me to this back road in the town that he lived in, and he tried to get me to drive his manual van. And it was a terrifying experience for all involved, and I've never driven a manual again. I've driven an automatic a couple of times. My mum was teaching me how to drive, but nah, I don't drive. Owned your dream car. I don't know if I have a dream car. Philip's dream car is a Tesla, but yeah, I don't know if I have one. Being married. Yes. Being divorced. Not yet. Fell in love. Yeah. Fell out of love. Yep. Paid for a stranger's meal. I don't think I've done that. I'll just go with no. Have you ever driven over 150 kilometers an hour? No, well, I don't drive, so no. Been in a police car? Yep, once. Our next door neighbour was a cop, and he saw me walking home from work and stopped to give me a lift home. And when we were halfway there, a call came through and he had to attend to it. And so he was just like, oh, I'm sorry, you're going to have to walk the rest of the way home. I'm like, it's all good. Been scuba diving? No. Hopefully I'll be able to do it this year when we visit Philip's parents. That would be fun. Written a published book, story or poem? No, I haven't. Eaten a snail? Yes, once. It was at the Newtown Fair in Wellington, and the French cafe that used to be there was selling escargot, and I'm always down for trying things, so I tried it and I liked it. I ate a snail and I liked it. Eaten a frog? No. Loved an animal more than yourself? I don't know. Like, I love Harry, Philip's parents' dog, but I don't think I love him more than I love myself. We'll see what happens if I ever have my own pets. Have you ever met an old crush years later and felt good that it never happened? Yep, it was actually pretty awkward. So that is today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it and learnt a little bit about me. If you would like to do this tag, I think I mentioned it before, but if not, the questions will be in the description box. Just leave me a comment letting me know that you have done it so that I can check your video out. As always, if you would like to follow me on any of my social medias, the links for those will be in the description box, and I will see you in my next video. Okay, bye!